So, what's the latest on methane emissions? I've been hearing a lot about it lately.
It's a big issue, and it's getting worse. Methane is a potent greenhouse gas, even more potent than carbon dioxide, and it's being released into the atmosphere at alarming rates.
What about landfills? How do they contribute to methane emissions?
Landfills are a major source of methane emissions. When organic waste decomposes in landfills, it releases methane. It's a big problem, and it's getting worse as our population grows and we produce more waste.
So, what can we do about it? It sounds like a pretty serious problem.
There are a lot of things we can do. We need to reduce our reliance on fossil fuels and transition to cleaner energy sources. We need to improve waste management practices and reduce the amount of waste we produce. And we need to invest in technologies that can capture and store methane emissions.
It sounds like a lot of work. Is there any hope that we can make a difference?
Absolutely. There's a lot of progress being made. More and more companies are committing to reducing their methane emissions, and new technologies are being developed to capture and store methane. It's going to take a lot of effort, but we can make a difference.
I'm glad to hear that. It's important that we take action to address this issue. Climate change is a real threat, and we need to do everything we can to mitigate it.
I agree. It's a critical issue, and we need to work together to find solutions. We can't afford to wait any longer.
Where is all this methane coming from?
The biggest culprits are the oil and gas industry, coal mines, and landfills. But there are other sources too, like agriculture and even natural sources like wetlands.
I've read that the oil and gas industry is responsible for a large portion of methane emissions. Is that true?
Yes, it's true. Almost half of the methane emissions detected are coming from the oil and gas industry. A lot of it is released during the extraction and processing of oil and gas, and some of it is even intentionally burned off, which is a huge waste.
That's shocking. Why would they burn it off instead of capturing it?
It's a complex issue. Sometimes it's cheaper to burn it off than to capture it and transport it, but it's a huge waste of a valuable resource, and it's contributing to climate change.
What about coal mines? I didn't realize they were a major source of methane.
Coal mines are a significant source of methane emissions. Methane is trapped in the coal seams, and it's released when the coal is mined. It's a big problem, and it's getting worse as more coal is mined.